Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices for Friday, March the 11th. I want to keep things really sort of simple so I don't have to do too much movement because of my broken collarbone. So just on the S&P here on 2000 ticks. Yesterday we talked about this particular pattern in through here and noted that it was a corrective pattern, so we could look for an ABC pattern to the 50-60% retracement level. It was corrective because this move down here in three waves took out the low here, so that left us with an impulse here and an impulse here, so an A and a B and a C for the A wave, an A and a B and a C for the B wave, and then we counted 5 waves up, so we're looking for a top in at that space there. We're talking about shorting it here. Now, where we're up to at the moment, we can look at this move down through here as wave 1 as we talked about yesterday, and then we're looking for an ABC pattern here, so you can also look to short in that box there as well. So yeah, so well, you may already be short here and you may be short under this level here. I'm not sure about that, something that we talked about yesterday in some regard. But it means that we can also look to, well, the safe trade is way down here, of course, but it's a long way away, but I think we can sort of leave it there. And one of the other things we can talk about here is the trading levels, because they will help us be able to move in. So from the 4200, which is a minor level, then we've got these sub-levels. So 1, 2 and 3 make up group 1. And then we have the midpoint 50, and then we have group 2, 65, 72 and 80. Now the thing is that coming down into this space here, when we get the number 2 here, I call it the pivot within group 1, 10, 20 and 30, once that becomes the retested resistance, then we can short it. You can see here that it never really became the resistance, so we could put that under there for that, but we need to retreat that on the way down. So you can add to those positions there, of course, and you can add under the 1, because once the number 2 becomes a retested resistance, the market is pulled to the closest largest number, and we also want to be looking to short under here as well. Now, to get close up here, you could have shorted in the box. The next step here is to find the midpoint here, the 250, the 4250, as the resistance. Okay. We can also bring this stop down now, down onto this space here, because it does appear we've got 5 waves to the upside and would be wrong at that point. So in this 4250 here, we're looking for this particular pattern here is probably less likely. It's nice and clean, and we never get it really nice and clean like this. But whatever happens, it's always that first low below the level that we're looking for, then the second one, and then normally the market pops to the upside here, and in that case we pop into the upside here. Then I just tend to rework this to the downside, so this little pattern in here will encompass this larger pattern in here. Okay, so it will be coming down for the arrival, like over here, the arrival, then there'll be the reaction, so there'll be reaction here, then there'll be the first low below the level here, and then back up above. So that this bigger pattern will emerge in here. They're just fractals. And yeah, the markets tend to have reoccurring patterns, and you just need to find that fingerprint of that market's pattern. But in a nutshell, we want that 50 as the resistance here. So I'll leave that with you at this point. So we're pretty confident that this is a corrective rally, so we're looking for further downside. In fact, we were looking for a corrective rally after we've had this 5 waves down here. So we were looking for that, and we got it, and we confirmed it, and now we've got this one. So we're in a really good position here to have a strong move to the downside. So don't overtrade, but just continue to focus on doing the right thing at the right time. Now let's just move along now. This is the Nasdaq here, much the same here. If this move down through here didn't take this low out here, but it still left us with a reasonable ABC correction here and a move to here, and then we've got this impulse wave here for this. Once again, we can work this particular low here. We could have worked this little level up here. That was a nice sort of pattern. What else have we got in here? Well, obviously if we're going to be working this pattern, we've got to be working the 500 here because that's there. What other number have we got in here? We just look for the largest number. So we've got 13,600. You could work that number with the classic trading levels pattern. So I'll leave that with you as well, but we'll be heading lower in this case. And also the Dow Jones as well. In this case, the Dow gave us a nice clear move below these lows here. So that really cements it in, having this corrective pattern here as a nice ABC here. And that because it's corrective, we'll be taking this low out here. So this has also given us 5 waves down here. We're moving back into the 50-60%, and then we'll be moving down. So in this case, you can use the 33 to look to short on. And then this other safe trade would be under group 2 here. I always use the 72 and the 65 to build in on rather than the 80, but yeah, in one way or another. So yeah, we've got down for 1, back for 2, down for 3, and so on. So that's the Dow Jones, and the Russell will be the same as well here. So we've got this move down here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an ABC for wave 2 here, and then moving down lower. So we'll be moving down. So you can, you know, you can get a little bit closer to the market up here. You could probably use the 1980. You could use the 1990 here as the retested resistance. That would be good. And then group 2 here. And then the midpoint coming down here lower, so you know the levels now, so that's the midpoint, and then you got group 1 at that point, so yeah, that will be tucked in there. So that's really it in a nutshell. Yeah, so let's just see how we go. If this top comes out here, well, obviously in all of these markets, then we're wrong at that point, okay? But it's hard to be it's hard to sort of look wrong when we've got this as an impulse wave on this side and a corrective wave here. The only other thing I think that we could be looking at is another move up here where we've got some sort of ABC here and another move up here and then down from that point. So anyway, let's just see how we go. We're kind of set up on the short side. Let's just see how that plays out. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Cheers.